You ever have that moment where your paycheck hits, your banking app does the little cha-ching, and for like 12 minutes you feel like a responsible adult, and then you open TikTok for a second, you see somebody unboxing a $180 hoodie like it's oxygen, you remember you still haven't eaten, and suddenly your thumb is hovering over buy now like it has its own free will. And it's not even a big purchase, it's the tiny stuff that stacks. A latte that's basically $5, a delivery fee that's only 3 more, a game skin that's just one time, a concert ticket you swear is self-care, and then, boom, 3 days later you're looking at your balance like, where did my money actually go? If that's you, you're not broken. You're not bad with money. You're human. And yeah, I'm about to talk about Gen Z specifically, because the world you're growing up in is like a casino built inside a smartphone, and the lights never turn off. I'm Sam, and I spend way too much time thinking about money psychology, like why some people feel calm around money, and other people feel like money evaporates the second it touches their account. Not because they're lazy, because the environment is engineered. Here's the transformation I want for you today. I want you to stop thinking of your spending as a moral failure and start seeing it as a pattern, one you can understand, predict, and quietly redesign. Because once you can name the trap, you can step around it. And when you step around it, the same paycheck suddenly feels bigger, not magically, just because it's no longer leaking out through 1,000 invisible holes. So let's talk about why instant gratification feels so irresistible right now, what it's doing to your brain and identity, and the few simple moves that turn you from, I don't know where my money went, into, I'm actually in control. Ready okay then? Picture this like a bucket with a tiny crack. You don't notice it when you pour water in. You notice it 2 hours later when the bucket's half empty. That crack, it's dopamine spending. 1. The dopamine loop. Your brain loves now. Gen Z didn't invent impulse spending, but you're the first generation to carry a dopamine slot machine in your pocket 24/7. Scroll, reward, swipe, reward, order, reward. And the worst part is the reward hits before the consequence. The yes feels immediate. The ouch shows up next week. Think about the most common purchases: food delivery, fast fashion, micro subscriptions, in-app purchases, limited drop stuff. They all share one thing. They deliver a quick emotional change, not a product, a mood shift. I had a friend, smart, ambitious, hardworking, who would DoorDash like it was breathing. Not because they couldn't cook, because cooking meant effort, and effort felt like friction after a long day. So the brain does what the brain does. Pay $6 extra and feel relief now. Honestly, that makes sense, until it becomes a habit and the habit becomes a bill. Why it matters to you. If spending is your stress release button, your budget isn't a budget. It's a mood tracker. Takeaway. Build friction in front of the purchase. One tiny pause. A 10-minute rule for under $20. A 24-hour rule for anything over $50. Not to punish yourself, just to let the dopamine wave pass. Dopamine is loud, but it's also short. 2. Social comparison. You're competing with highlights. Here's the weird part. Gen Z doesn't just buy things. Gen Z buys proof. Proof you're doing okay. Proof you're interesting. Proof you have taste. Proof you belong. Because you're watching everyone else's curated life in real time. And your brain can't tell the difference between someone posted it and everyone has it. So you feel behind, even if you're fine. Story. I once watched 2 people have the exact same conversation at a cafe. One said, I'm broke. The other said, same. Then they both ordered the expensive thing. Why? Because broke has become a vibe, not a number. Like, we joke about it, we meme it, and then we spend like the joke is a shield. Concept, status anxiety. When your identity is still forming, purchases feel like identity shortcuts. Why it matters. If you're buying to keep up, you'll never catch up. The finish line moves. Takeaway, create a values list that beats the feed. 3 categories you'll gladly spend on. Guilt-free because it actually matches your life. Maybe fitness, learning, travel. And 3 categories you'll intentionally underspend on. Maybe clothes, gadgets, bars. When the algorithm tempts you, you don't argue with it. You consult your list.